Make her come cause she came. Had fun, entertain. Good dope champagne. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax.
YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is a weird one, bro. It's funny as shit, though, man. We gonna hop right into it. Anyway, man, take this walk with me.
Who is it?
It's your mom.
Enter.
Hey, Oren. Can I turn on the light? It's a little dark in here and I can't see. Huh?
You prefer dark in here?
My son, Oren, thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
Mother,
Just come down.
you are
Just come
disturbing our
down.
operations. We are receiving
Just come
programming. We
down.
are watching video. We are learning
Learning what?
about the future.
Oren has robotic movements and robotic speech. It's a glitch. Like, he's a computer.
Your intensity will be matched as we try to save you and everyone that we know.
He talks in a collective, everything is we. He hasn't said I in over a year.
We are alone in this. No one else was chosen to.
Hey, consistency, and persistence in anything, everything you do, man. He is motivation.
do what we are doing.
We need to, save the planet from sudden doom. Cyborgs are part machine, part man, but I gave birth to Oren, and he is flesh and blood. I also made lasagna downstairs, and I wanted to know if you could,
Plot twist, he was flesh and blood. Then somebody kidnapped him and turned him to a cyborg. High IQ.
join us.
We're not DonROMO. Thank you.
Oren on the plane was astro traveling. Every time I turned around to check on him to make sure he was okay, he was zoned out. Astro traveling is where he travels
Astral projection.
to another dimension where he gets instructions from the higher beings. To me, it looks like he's sleeping.
There is an apocalypse in the future. We have seen it in our dreams and in our visions.
2 years ago, he graduated from NYU Business School with a 3.9 GPA. This isn't the young man that I saw walk.
They always say, man, the smarter you are, the weirder you are, and all that stuff, man. They be saying that.
Across the stage when he graduated. He's changed. He wanted to come back home, and I told him, of course, with the understanding that he would get a job. From that point on, it just spiraled.
We are still in that process of gaining full employment.
That was a year ago, honey. That was a year ago.
Things do not happen overnight.
He was not looking for work. Oren is on his computer all day, and he very rarely comes down from his room.
Welcome to our headquarters.
I know that he's not a cyborg, but he believes he is here to save the planet.
You say this has been going on for about 2 years.
Yes.
But when he's just around the house, just hanging around, is he always in cyborg mode?
He's always in cyborg mode.
So he never just comes in and says, "Hey, Mom."
No.
In looking back, are there things that you recognize now, with the benefit of hindsight, where you saw atypical thinking or unusual behaviors or identifications when he was growing up?
I never saw anything.
Did you ever notice that in times of stress or conflict?
I cannot stand Dr. Phil, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I can't stand this man for the life of me.
That he would seem to withdraw or disassociate.
Can't stand him, bro.
He started that once he came back home after college. There were certain expectations when he came home that I wanted him to be a part of, helping me around the house and taking out the garbage and helping me, clean up and helping with groceries. And he would just usually tell me that he's working, he's busy, and that he is on his computer, and sometimes would ask me to leave his room.
But he would isolate.
Yes, he would be in his room from early in the morning to 4 o'clock the next morning. He would be in his room working on, whatever it is that he does on his computer.
So you don't think he has a mental?
That's what he ended up doing.
Illness.
No, not at all.
So
It is.
if it's
He ended
not
up rolling
mental
dice.
illness, what would motivate this kind of atypical behavior?
Well, one of the things that he knew that I wanted him to do was find a job, and he hasn't done that. And so, you know, if he can claim that he's a cyborg and so forth and not have to enter into, you know, having a,
My brother thinking he's a cyborg creates tension in the house.
I'm making something, would you like something to
No.
eat?
We
Okay.
have water.
My
You
mom
rude
and
as
my brother
hell.
are constantly arguing because all he does is spend time in his room. When Orn first told me he was a cyborg, I thought he was joking. I think that something is wrong with him. I feel like Orn has a valid message, but the way he goes about it is kind of off. I think something maybe happened.
For those who don't know, a cyborg is different from a robot. Cyborg is like half human, half robot type shit. Like, not purely like a robot. Feel me? So water and all that wouldn't necessarily affect him and shit.
In college that
Don't
kind of
ask me why I
triggered the
know
reason why he
something
believes
about
he's a cyborg. He was always
saying?
pretty quirky,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's been taken to the extreme with the robotic stuff. He used to be fun and energetic because we would always go out to the beach, and now there's no time for that, I guess. Orn has told me that he went to the future in 2050 and he's seen everything. Orn said he has seen the end of the world and that technology has taken over. I shouldn't walk away when he says stuff.
I feel like unless you like one of them people who like super optimistic about the world and all that. When I say super optimistic, I'm talking like kind of delusional. It don't take a genius to know that one day this motherfucker gonna end. Motherfucker. It don't take a genius to know that, bro. One day, we don't know when.
Because
One
it
day,
usually takes me and
definitely. So,
frustrates me sometimes. I'm surprised.
Whole
how
time it
he's
only
been
take-
patient.
Why don't you get
imagine like a president or somewhere across the country, somebody else leader just accidentally slip up and hit the nuke button. Not everybody retaliate, like things like that. Then it's a volcano somewhere. What is it? What is it? Yellowstone. It's a volcano. They say if that volcano explode, the whole world will change or something like that. It'd be a whole nother ice age or something like. It's so many ways the world could end. A meteor. Yeah, there's so many ways the world could end, bro.
a couple of these water bottles in a bag, take them outside for the recycling?
Tomorrow.
Why don't you do that now?
We're busy.
You're not busy. If you want to save the world, you should recycle.
I feel like I expected him to get a job since he went to a good college. No one has really expected him to want to become a rapper, much less a cyborg.
Oh, okay.
I feel
he
like
rap,
my brother
he
might
rap.
be at his tipping point because I've never seen it get this bad. He doesn't eat.
He just do anything
he doesn't
for clout,
interact
man.
with
That's-
anyone
that's-
anymore, and it's starting to worry me.
They do
I
anything
feel
for clout.
disconnected from Orn. I want to be closer like how we were before. I miss my brother Orn, and I want him back.
You say you miss your brother. What do you miss?
We would laugh a lot. We would.
Miss him not acting like a damn
my
robot.
older
Fuck
sister,
you mean?
and I just feel like it's been such a long time since I've had that, and like I don't really feel cherished.
Fuck is going through your head?
To have a sister.
What you thought she missed?
Yeah.
Like,
What you thought she
you're
missed?
not
Huh?
important to
What you
him.
thought? She man not the cut.
Do you miss your sister? Do you miss spending time with her?
We live in the same house.
Now answer my question.
We were all flown out to Los Angeles together. We went to the Santa Monica Pier yesterday. That can be rekindled.
But that was the first time in months where we've actually spent time together.
Usually
Did you
don't
enjoy
go
the
out.
time you spent with her?
It was pleasant, yes.
Do you think that your mother enables him?
She is a really nice person, and so I feel like she's really patient. But I wouldn't call her an enabler because I've seen her like try to kick him out, and like I feel like it's also my responsibility that he's still not doing what he needs to do because I was, I made her feel like for like wanting to kick him out. So, well, I feel like we're all guilty. Like,
But she tells him to get a job, but she doesn't enforce it. She pays for everything, rent, food. I mean, you pick up all the bills, right?
Yes.
You support him because you've never been close and there's been difficulties in the relationship.
Yes.
So you're kind of parenting out of guilt and fear.
That is true.
Why were you strained in the past?
I was married to his father, and then that relationship ended, and I remarried with Samantha's dad, and Oren had a very difficult time with that transition. He went to live with his grandparents for a while. And it was difficult on me because I wanted him home, but he just couldn't deal with the new family and new husband and so forth. So when he said that, he needed to come back home to regroup and to get himself together, I welcomed him with open arms.
Very reasonable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video right here, man. I think he doing it for clout. I don't think he really think he is Cyborg, but I don't know. Consistency and persistence is the key in whatever you want to do in life. Literally, whatever you want to do to be successful in it, just be consistent. Be overly consistent. Be overly persistent. You're gonna get to where you want to get. It's quicker for others. It's longer for others. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Make her come cause she came. Had fun, entertained. Good dope champagne. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax. Just relax, just relax.